All right, Ian, it's time for the Patreon whole Q&A topic. And you know how to access the CU Podcast Patreon. Yes! It's been a few months. It's been a month.
Patreon.com/CU Podcast.
It's actually been 2 in a row that Ian did that correctly. Recount back to 0. Number of days on the work job place without an accident.
The work jobby.
In second place with 27% was, have you ever had a person be nasty online? Only be nice in person. In third place was nachos. What constitutes a good plate? Barbecue acceptable. I'm shocked that we don't have more nacho support there.
I'm a little surprised as well.
And the winner with 57% in a landslide. If you could travel back in time, what currently hard to get item would you buy? I guess video game related. We're not going back to get Biff's Almanac, Sports Almanac, because that would probably be a thing that you'd want to do. But in the opposite, you want to give your younger Ian a future almanac.
Yeah, exactly. So I would. I've been thinking about it. Game Boy stuff. Game Boy stuff is what I want. I have a Game Boy. It's not. Look, it's what I want, and I don't want to pay for it now.
No, it's the cadence and how you said it. Game Boy stuff. Game Boy stuff is what I want.
Game Boy stuff is what I want. It's what I want. Game Boy. So I remember teenage Ian. And I have one now, so it's okay now. But I remember looking at the a listing in a magazine and seeing the Game Boy Light.
The one that wrapped the curly
one? The import only Game Boy Light.
Oh, the console. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't we get that one?
Because
Nintendo hates us.
We're unloved. And I remember wanting one so bad. And I remember them being available through an import shop for I think it was like $80 at the time. They were trying to get rid of, their stock or something like that. And I wanted one, and I didn't get one, and I regretted it forever. And then I finally got one, and it's now my favorite thing that I have video game related wise, close to it.
Okay, but then it would only cost you $80 back then. What does it cost now?
The one that I have is like $350 to $500 Game Boy.
They go for that much, the original?
The Pokemon Center ones do. But yeah, the Game Boy Lights are expensive.
I'm trying to find one. Because now when you search for light, you get different things here. Please read. There was a limited Toys R Us Game Boy? I had no idea. I don't know anything about these different Game Boys. No, it's $110 you can get it for. They're not $300. You got a special one.
Yeah.
$110. So you'd be saving $30 going back in the expensive time machine to get it.
Well, the expensive one, you're not looking at this.
Game Boy Light Japan one. It's $110. Is that it? That's it.
I'm referring to the special edition one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got to be okay. So what's the special edition one? You're talking about Pokemon?
The Pokemon Center one.
Pokemon. So that was $80 back then, you mean, not the regular one?
I believe that was the one that was relatively cheap.
Okay.
Not up there.
Okay, it's not up here. Okay. Either way, Ian has he's got meager goals when it comes to time travel.
I don't have huge aspirations for collecting. I just want the stuff that I can't get now. So, Game Boy stuff that I would have bought new.
Anything else besides the light Game Boy Pokemon Special Edition?
100% would have bought those Turbo Duos that were sealed at the place I used to go to in Canada.
What did they cost back then? Like $100?
$150 brand new.
Wow.
Well, $120 Canadian. So actually probably about at that
$80?
point in time, about 90.
Nice.
Yeah, about
Would
90.
you bring them all back in the time machine and sell them and make that sweet money?
Yeah, I would. I'd take them right to a
flip 'em all?
convention and flip the fuck out of them.
I said Neo Geos never got that cheap, even back in the 90s.
No, they had some Neo Geo Gold systems there that were, I think, like 200 Canadian. I mean, which was still insanely cheap. That was also where I was picking up sealed boxed NES games for $5-10, including, I think that's where I got my DuckTales 2 and my Chip and Dale 2.
I mean,
I just opened them.
I mean, are we talking going back in time to make profit, like going back and buying all the Stadium events at the time, or are we talking getting stuff just so we enjoy it? Like, what are we talking here? What's the goal here? What do you really
Well,
mean?
if we could just go back and enjoy it, I'd probably get myself a case of Bubble Play, the ice cream.
I don't know what that is.
Okay, novelty ice cream from the ice cream truck.
I get that.
Bubble Play. It's the big red mitt with the gumball right in the center.
Didn't have that one. We had the frog with the gumball eyes and Mickey Mouse and all that. We didn't have the glove. We had the rocket ice.
Oh man, bomb pops were so good.
They still make the rocket red, white, and blue.
They sure do.
Ice pop. They sure do. It's like I got them in my freezer right now. In terms of getting stuff to enjoy, I think it's. I'm gonna look at this as what did I want as a kid that I couldn't have. I fucking wanted a Neo Geo system. I thought that would have been the coolest thing ever to have an actual arcade system, to own that, and I was jealous. I think I knew one kid who had one or said he had one. Rich fuck. I when I saw that in like the service merchandise or Sears catalog, I was like, holy shit, this is the best video games will ever be. Playing Neo Geo stuff.
Come on.
I don't know if we had that, Ian. I mean, honest. I don't know if we had that.
Crazy.
We had all the other ones, all the other gumball variety ones. We had the Ninja Turtle Pops. We had the frog ones. We had all that.
Goddamn crazy, man. Okay.
You didn't buy me one. But I think that's what if I had my druthers, I think that's what I would have bought. I would have got a Neo Geo, console when it came out. What was that, 93? I would have gotten that.
I'm trying to find
92, 93.
I'm going to try to find you the answer here. It's okay, it was kind of this. Yeah. Does anyone remember seeing do you remember seeing this thing?
This is not visual, this podcast.
It was similar to this. They used to be in the Sears catalogs all the time.
Ian is showing me. This is how you describe for the radio or podcast.
It's a marble roller coaster.
It's an FAO Schwartz like Kinect looking roller coaster.
And there used to be one that was in all the Sears catalogs.
Okay.
All the Sears catalogs growing up. The brand names too. Did you ever have brand names where you were? Okay, never mind. No, that was definitely a Buffalo thing.
Well, like Acme? What do you mean?
No, brand names. It was called brand names.
No.
Brand names home for the holidays.
By the way, speaking of Buffalo, Raw was in Buffalo last night, or was it last week? Either way, Elias comes up and he does his little twang, and then he kind of just looks like concerned. He's like, sorry, I got a little depressed, everyone, for a second. I didn't know where I was, and I realized I was in Buffalo. It was fucking hysterical how he delivered it. I love Elias.
It was last night, I think, because someone sent me the clip, and I haven't watched it yet.
And the announcers just lose it. The announcers love Elias, because when he talks trash, they love it. Anyway, sorry.
Anyways, I lost my train of thought. That's the one thing I always wanted as a kid that I knew I was never going to get, because it was going to be a pain in the ass to put it together.
That's not a video game thing, though.
No, it's not.
Okay, for mine, it's a Neo Geo console. That's what it would have been, an AES. I think that would have been like my dream console as a kid, to play Super Spy on my TV and actually beat it. Not throw quarters in, or King of the Monsters or something like that. Anyway, so Ian's is a glove pop and something else. I don't know what the fuck we're going with this. Anyway, if you want to access the CU Podcast Patreon, it's patreon.com/CU Podcast. And then we almost didn't do this one enough justice, I don't think. But it's a fun one. It's fun.